What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So let's paint the picture. You just spent $1,000 on the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 with its all-glass design and that big 6.3-inch display, and instead of playing Russian roulette with an expensive-as-hell piece of delicate glassware, you're looking for the best kind of case to slap on it to ensure that it isn't going to shatter into a million pieces the first time it ends up slipping out of your pocket. Well, look no further because, of course, OtterBox has you covered. It's no secret that I tend to do OtterBox case videos when pretty much any new flagship phone comes out, because I genuinely want people to see what they get for spending a little more on a name brand case. OtterBox has been around for forever. Their cases have stood the test of time and continue to be some of the best in the business. And even though they're a little expensive at that $40 to $50 price point, you just spent $1,000 on a phone, so you should probably spend a little extra money on an excellent name brand case that you know is going to protect it. So enough rambling, let's check out the full line of OtterBox cases for the Note 8. First up is the OtterBox Commuter series, and this case is a pretty good balance of simplicity while still being very protective. It's a two-piece dual-layer design, with the inside being a fairly thick but still soft and flexible rubber material that's going to absorb any sort of impact from, say, dropping the Note 8 on solid ground. The rubber is going to do all of the work. The outside piece is a rigid plastic plate that sort of clamps around the rubber inner layer and your phone to give the case some shape and also keep everything in place. The Commuter series is sort of in the middle of being a minimalistic case and being a dual layer protective case. It's thick enough to where you know you're getting the protection you need, but sleek enough to where it isn't too bulky and it doesn't get in the way of using the phone. Your buttons are covered, and on the side you can see not only do you get some texture for grip, but the edge of the infinity display is still fully visible even with the case. And on the bottom, you've got some flaps that will cover the headphone jack and USB port to keep dust and debris from getting inside. Like I mentioned, with this case on the phone and everything in your hand, it still feels very comfortable and relatively non-intrusive. You'll know for sure that you have a solid, durable case on your device, but you can still comfortably use the Note 8 with one hand if you want to do that. Next up, we have the Symmetry series case, and there's actually a couple distinct styles to choose from with this. You can get a standard solid color Symmetry series case like this one here in black, but OtterBox also offers some clear Symmetry cases to show off that shiny new Note 8 underneath. Both of these cases are the exact same style and fit, being a single piece design with still some dual layer protection, although a bit slimmer than the Commuter case for sure. You've got a combination of some thick solid rubber on the inside and a harder, more sturdy plastic shell on the outside, but like I said, everything is one piece, so in the hand this case is even smaller on the phone than the Commuter. But that's not to say that you're sacrificing any sort of protection either. You've got top to bottom, edge to edge protection once again, with all of the important stuff covered. On the bottom you have full access to all of your ports and essentials, and when it comes to drops or some unfortunate accidents, as sleek as this case is, it still comes with OtterBox's certified drop protection endorsement. And just as an aside, personally, the Symmetry series has always been my favorite case across the OtterBox line. Finally, for those of you who want the top of the line, best of the best, thickest, and most durable type of case, that would be the OtterBox Defender, hands down. First off, let me just get this out of the way. The Defender series comes with a belt clip if you're into belt clips, so that's a thing, but the case itself is thick. It's the bulkiest out of all of them, but it's also going to offer the most protection. I will say that over the last year or so, OtterBox has gone screenless for the Defender line. So instead of that cheap plastic film they used to have, you're going to need to invest in some tempered glass or get their Alpha Glass screen protector. But besides that, everything else about the Defender series has remained the same for a number of years now. It's a three-piece design with dual layer protection and then some. The outside, once again, being a super thick but very flexible rubber skin that covers every corner of the device and will absorb impacts in the event of a drop. And the inside layer is a simple two-piece plastic frame that clamps around the entire device, once again covering every corner and every inch of the device for 360-degree protection. Like I mentioned, the case is a bit bigger than the others. It's thicker around the edges and the sides, so you do feel that extra material. You can still use the phone in one hand and it's still relatively comfortable, but to be completely honest, it's a hefty case in comparison to most, so you're going to notice it. The sides and edges near that infinity display are even more protected, which is a big plus for a device like this. There's virtually no chance the screen touches anything if it falls on a flat surface. And down at the bottom, you once again get some flaps to keep dust dust and debris out of some of the ports. For the absolute maximum amount of protection, the Defender series is the way to go. It is the most expensive case of the bunch, of course, by a little bit, but I'll say it once again, if you're spending $1,000 on something that you're going to carry around with you at all times, spend the extra money and get something you know will work. Whether you get the Commuter or Symmetry or Defender, you know that your money is well spent, and these cases are going to get the job done pretty much every time. OtterBox puts their cases through a bunch of different tests for hundreds of hours to ensure that everyday drops and spills aren't going to shatter your brand new phone. OtterBox cases have also gotten more fun and stylish over the years with plenty of customization options too, but they still remain the industry standard in tough, rugged, sturdy phone cases. They're a brand that everyone knows, that everyone recognizes, and in my opinion, anything from OtterBox is going to be well worth the money. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of OtterBox cases in the comments below, and also let me know what case you're rocking on your own device right now. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.